So I want to transition a little bit to dryers. There's, I know on social media and the online forum and things like that, there's always a lot of discussion about opinions on free dry and full cycle dry method. So let's start with full cycle dry. Do either of you offer that?
I do not, but I will on my next price increase, just because I'm at a point now where minutes per quarter, it just doesn't seem like enough. So, and when I'm charging a certain amount for a 60-pound washer and it only costs $1.50 to dry it, it just doesn't seem reasonable in my own mind. So I think full cycle is the future for, once we get to a point, vend prices are getting, they're high. I mean, they're not low, but they're going to continue to increase based on utilities and everything else. So for me, next year sometime I'll go to full cycle dry.
For all your stores, is that sort of your, yeah. What about you, Matt? It sounds like maybe you don't offer it now, but what's your opinion about full cycle drying?
Basically, my answer is almost identical to Al's. The whole quarter thing is getting to be a bit much, and it just seems like the necessary step for me to do within my store. So for my I've got two dryer philosophies that are counter to getting to that point though, and so I've got an internal conflict. One of them is I try to use pricing to direct people to the machines that aren't getting used. And so my top, if I have stacks, the top ones are loved, the bottom ones are neglected. So what I've done is I've given an extra minute on the bottom. And so I'm trying to, just through price, encourage some balanced usage. So I love this idea of the full cycle dry. So now, how does that going to mesh with the philosophy I've had for a little bit? I don't know how that's going to work, but what I ultimately like, connected either to full cycle dry or free dry, is the customer knowing when they walk in the door, I'm going to spend $10 and everything's going to be washed and dried. You know, that they just know the price when they go in. So we'll work that into further dryer conversations, but I'm probably going closer to full cycle soon.
So I don't think either one of you offer free dry. As we talked a little bit before this started, it's kind of a regional thing, but any opinions on free dry?
I'm not interested in introducing it to this market, that's for sure. I mean, I'm a marketing guy, so I understand the marketing behind it. I just don't, I like the word sale better than I like the word free, or, in my mind, personally as an owner, as a consumer, hey, if I see the word free, that's not a bad thing. But as a business owner, it's a slope that I don't want to slide down, because, I already have people in the marketplace making the price gap wider. I don't want to contribute to that myself.
Yeah. I have customers that are in just to dry, not regulars. And I'm also in an urban environment. So I also have some homeless and things like that who may be coming in after a wet day and aren't simply drying. And so I don't see an avenue for me doing free dry. If I have a residential customer who's coming in because their washing machine is down, or I'm sorry, their dryer's down, but their washing machine is working and they're just bringing in wet clothes, I do want them to pay for that. And it's also an opportunity for me to say, hey, you actually would have been all done if you just done everything here to begin with. And so, we have an opportunity at that point. But if it was a free dry, I could see how those conversations might not even happen.
And I think you have to be, and I'm unattended, so that's a store that has to be attended so you can monitor and deal with the people that walk in with 5 baskets of wet clothes, right? You're not giving them free dry. That's not what it's about. It's for purchase. So but I'm not set up for to be able to manage that internally. So.